Okay, so something that some of my friends who are also librarians have asked me about is some of the ways that they can preview manga and also answer questions for students without having actually read it themselves. Because there are a lot of manga series and it's hard to read all of them, obviously, before you have students come in that want them. So, or maybe you don't like them. So some of the ways that you can do that is going to the Wikipedia page. There are a lot of helpful things on the Wikipedia page. So the first thing we'll do is go to the list of volumes right here. Mine is blue or purple because I've already clicked it. You'll click on the list of volumes, and the list of volumes will tell you which chapters are included in each of the tankobon, which is the volumes. So My Hero Academia, the first one has 7. The next one has, looks like maybe 9, right? So it's not standard for how many is in each one. It just depends on how many fit in about the same amount of pages. Manga is published in weekly magazines, basically. They're very large magazines that will have chapters of a whole bunch of different manga in them. For example, the one that My Hero Academia is in is Shonen Jump. And so they'll have lots of different manga artists publishing a chapter of each of their different manga serials within Shonen Jump. So that's why they're in different chapters and they take really long for them to come out, even though the kids might have seen some of the chapters scanned illegally online. It does take a while for the actual volumes to come out. And at the bottom, you can see the volumes that there's a lot of My Hero Academia. You can see the ones that are not yet in the tankobon, the volume format. So if your kids have read these online and they're like, hey, I want the next one, they can't. It's not out yet, not even in Japan. On the left-hand side, it'll have the Japanese publication date, and on the right-hand side, it'll have the English one. As you can see, this one hasn't been done in English yet. If it is a series that has spin-offs or extras, that would be down below. My Hero Academia has quite a few extras that they put as well. So if you have kids that come in and they've watched the anime, that happens pretty often. Maybe they watch a couple of the episodes of the anime and they want the next manga, or they want to start reading where they left off. Maybe they finish the anime and they want to keep reading. They want to know what the story is before the next season comes out. So something that a lot of people may not know is that it is not 1-to-1, one volume, one episode. It's often 1 to 3 chapters per episode. Sometimes things get left out, sometimes things get added. So you have to compare the names. So if you look at the list of episodes, you can compare the names. So Izuku Midoriya Origin would be the first chapter, the first volume. And then the next one says what it takes to be a hero and Roaring Muscles, right? So Roaring Muscles is number 2. So they've probably taken a little bit out of number 1 or even added things in to give them that second episode. Then we've got Start Line, which matches up with number 4, Starting Line. So just ask the kids what episode they were on, find the name, and then just compare, and that'll tell you which of them you need to be on. So number 8, Rage, and lines up with number 6, episode Rage. So make sure just look at it's pretty easy. You can find out which one they're on, and then they're happy and they have their book and they're going out of your library with a couple of volumes of manga, and they're very excited to come back. So something else that you might be interested in if you're a librarian is that a lot of really popular anime like this one right here will have something called a light novel. And a light novel is a novel that is kind of a novella. So it's got mostly words, and then it's got a couple pictures from the author. And these tell extra stories. So they're not just a novelization of the graphic novel. They are an actually separate story in pretty much every case that I've ever seen. So these can give you some transitional work for students that can let them read something else. For example, My Hero Academia has a couple of these, and they're available from most publishers if they're a new popular series. Naruto also has some. Bleach, One Piece, right? Many of these have them. They're a great option for your students who want a little bit more of their favorite characters.